How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time we have a studio series, Brawn. This is from the Transformers Bumblebee movie. This is a line that I initially wasn't planning on getting anything from other than Optimus Prime. But I saw these guys at the very beginning of the Bumblebee movie, and since then, when I heard that they were making toys, I was a bit iffy. But you know what? The designs are actually pretty cool. Almost like an updated G1 type styling that they went for. I mean, they're very different, but I think in a way, with the coloring and the size of these guys, they kind of do maintain that G1 spirit with them. So we have Braun here. I guess he's number 80 in this series. You guys can see he's still in the packaging. We'll open him up eventually, but just wanted to show him there. A plastic window. There's Braun again. Here's the back. This shows you his cool robot mode with that awesome weapon, and he transforms into a tank. Again, really cool transformation there, and you also get the background at all these Studio Series movies. That's Cybertron at the very beginning of that Bumblebee movie where they're fighting. Here it is. I love how they do this whole insignia thing through the plastic. Is really cool. Nothing much else to see here, so we will open this guy up and see hopefully how Brawn measures up. This is one of my first Studio Series figures from this Bumblebee movie other than Optimus Prime. So we'll see. We'll open them up and see how it goes. Okay, so I finally had a chance to take Brawn out of his cardboard and plastic prison. You do get this really cool background, which is again very reminiscent of the movie, the Bumblebee movie, the very beginning part of it. You know, when the Decepticons and the Autobots are fighting. Really cool if you want to use it for photography or for posing, etc. That's something that you get in the box in addition to the figure. You also get the instructions on how to transform this guy. Not really too difficult of a transformation. So those come with the figure. In addition, accessory-wise, you do get this drill, which he can hold in his hands. Or it could also go in the back. You can tab it in. There is a part here that you can put that in there. The other accessory you get is this awesome gun with all this nice detail. Really cool. It's pretty huge, and I'd say it's pretty fitting of this character. You can also mount this on the back here. There is a at least per the instructions, they do tell you that you can do that. That's something that you could put it in his back. Mine, I don't really do that, but anyway, onto the figure itself. I must say, I'm really liking these Studio Series Bumblebee movie figures. At least this is my first one. I do have Wheeljack and Ratchet, and I also have the original, I think, Optimus Prime, which was like number 38 or something like that. But this one's really cool. I know we didn't really get to see a lot of these Autobots. At the very beginning, we saw them talking, fighting, but that scene was about 5 minutes long. It's probably the best part of the whole movie. But I think they've done such a great job with Brawn here with the colors, very reminiscent again of the G1, the helmet. Again, I'll bring in the older version of Brawn that I have for a comparison. This is pretty much a homage to G1, right? The colors, the head, just how short and stumpy he looks, but very tough looking. I really like the Autobot insignia here, the white on the gray. It looks really nice, and yeah, the back too. It's nice and clean. Really nice looking figure, and you get your standard articulation, the elbows, shoulders, elbows. The hands do rotate. You can move them around, so you can. It's a ball joint there that you can move around. You guys could see there the feet, sorry, the waist, 90-degree at the knee. The toes do, and he also has ankle rocker. At least he could do that, so you guys could see that there is some rock in action there. So you could pose him, pretty much whichever way you'd want to. The head does turn, but because of the way, his design, you can't really, head doesn't move up or down or anything. He can turn. It's just a little tight in there if you got pretty big hands. But I'm really happy with this figure. I love the way they've done these designs. It's really cool. He can also turn at the waist, so he could turn around. Yeah, but this little guy came out awesome. I love it. I think if this is indication of what these figures are going to look like, or maybe even in a movie, if they, my understanding is that they are making a follow-up to Bumblebee. Perhaps we'll get to see more of these guys. Really, really cool. As far as the transformation, it's not too complicated, but essentially where we can start is we can pretty much start back here, and this back part just kind of flips out, and you could pull it all the way out. You then take this front section here with the wheels and also pull it out. That's as far as it'll go. You then take the head here. You're going to push it down slightly so that it comes loose. The next thing would be the arms. So there is a section here, this little part here, that is going to go in these clear plastic tabs. And essentially you're going to take this arm. You're going to pretty much turn it up this way and move it in. And these arms here are they can slide, so I don't know if you could see that right there. It slides, and you can pretty much just the hole on the arm doesn't go, it doesn't tab in like, securely or anything. It kind of just rests there. And pretty much the same thing here, right? You're going to take this, you're gonna move this in, and then sort of place the arm in there. And that's pretty much it as far as the arms. The head you can move slightly down, not too much, so that it looks like this. The next thing then would be the lower portion, and essentially he's going to be looking like this. You're just going to take the waist and turn it so that he's facing this way. And he looks like that. And then the next thing would be to turn the feet outward. And then the next thing is you're going to take these and essentially fold them down like this. And as you can see, there is a section here that's normally held in place. Pull that out, and you guys could see, trying to give you a better look there. There's a section on the back of the foot that kind of just goes in there, and that kind of goes like that. And then once you're done doing that, just make sure that the section is facing the wheels out so that it looks like that. And same thing here. So you take this, you pull that out, make sure that fits, in there like that. And then this yellow part of the foot goes like that. And then you make sure that you turn it so that it's facing out. Then the next thing is you will see here on both sections here of what used to be the knee, there's this sections for tabs to go in. And that's pretty much where, I don't know if you guys could see it, there's tabs here. Tab there and tab there that these sections will go into. And also these sections here of the what used to be the knee again, these parts sticking out, go into the wheels here. So essentially we could take this one by one and fold it at the waist, and just make sure again that it goes in the wheel there, and that it goes in. So it's tabbed in there, and the legs on the wheel. Same thing here. You're just gonna make sure that you take that and that it goes in. Once it's in, You're pretty much done. Usually what I do is I push the head down so that it's hidden in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is the vehicle mode, which again I like. Again, I think is very reminiscent of the G1 toy, at least for me. You know, he was I think it was a small little Jeep or something to that effect. This is really cool. Very Cybertronian like mode. Really cool. You guys could see it there. Um, Here's a cool, again, the Autobot insignia. For some reason, I really like the way that looks against the gray. Really nice. He does roll, but there you go. I really like this mode. I mean, in the movie, they didn't show them transforming. So, again, you know, I think they've done a great job going off of the sketches and designing the way these guys would look. And you can also take this gun, and there is a, again, section here to go into this peg. And that's a thing you could do. You could put it there. The other cool thing, which if I'm remembering correctly, this is also a throwback to the cartoon, to the G1 cartoon, is he had I think like a drill type thing in the front in one of the episodes, if I'm remembering correctly. This one does as well. There's this section here that you flip forward. You guys see it there, and you take this and you stick it in there, and there you go. Really cool that they were able to do this. Again, I think they are relying so much on those G1 designs, but also, you know, this looks very futuristic, really nice. It reminds me of something out of Aliens or Halo. Really, really cool. I do like the vehicle mode a lot. But there you go. He rolls. Very happy with this mode as well. And the transformation is nothing too crazy. But there you go. The next thing we'll probably do is do some comparisons with some of the other, I guess, figures that I have on hand. Cool. Okay, guys, so we are back. Here he is in all his glory in robot mode. Figure we could do a couple of quick comparisons. The main one I wanted to do a comparison against was against this Titans Returns Legends class Brawn. I love this little guy. It was a little, it is a little cool figure. Again, this is nothing but a G1. This was part of the Titans Return line. It was a Legends class toy transformed into a Jeep. Really cool figure. This is the only other Brawn figure I have in my collection. He's actually hanging out with my Earthrise on Netflix and all those other Kingdom Studio series. He fits in pretty well. He perhaps could stand to be a little bigger. But this was the main point of comparison that I have right now, figure-wise. And this is what I meant with the G1 homage, right? Like, this is pretty much the G1 figure. They have the colors. They have a similar, you know, a shade of green. They have that sort of short toughness looking to both of them. The heads, pretty much just about the same design. Obviously, the face on this one is more of alien-like, but you know, you got the helmet, the Juggernaut looking helmet. You know, I think both of these figures give that toughness in a small package, but you guys could see them there. Again, they've done such a great job with this in emulating G1, but you guys could see them right there, side by side. So it'll close up. Pretty cool. The next comparison, let's move this guy aside. I had here's Netflix Bumblebee, and I think they do again. I think this pair up pretty well. I know they're completely different lines, but there you go. There's Netflix Bumblebee next to Studio Series number 80. I believe he has Brawn. So we'll move Bumblebee aside. The other one I had, here he is next to Exosuit Spike. He's technically from the Studio Series 86 movie. But just wanted I had this guy later on my desk from the last review, so there you go. I guess these two could pair up pretty well. Maybe this one's slightly bigger, but anyway. I don't have any Decepticons from the movies, but you'll have to make do with Earthrise Starscream. And again, I think even if you go by so-called G1 scale, I think this makes sense. Brawn was always a much smaller guy than the Seekers. So, yeah, granted the design language is completely different. But again, I think they do scale really well. And then the last one that I have, and this is my main reason for wanting to get these Autobots, is the Studio Series. I believe this was number 38, Optimus Prime. A really cool figure. I know when this came out, I was like, one of the first movie figures that I was really impressed with. It, I was like, you know what, I have to have that Optimus. But yeah, there you go. I think they pretty much pair up and scale really well. There you see them both together. Uh, that looks awesome in my eyes. But yeah, just sort of want to show you guys that comparison. Overall, this is a great figure. I think it's definitely worth it. If you're looking to expand your collection, perhaps getting to the movie figures. As I said, I do have Wheeljack and Ratchet, so hopefully those will come out just as well as this Brawn. But overall, I am extremely happy with this toy. It is highly recommended. And I'm only hoping to perhaps that they keep making these great figures just like this for the movie series. And that I hope we get to see more of these designs in the actual movie as well. So hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for your very valuable time. I appreciate you spending it with me. Please feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm always up for helping people. Otherwise, thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And be safe out there. Take care.